y'all, it's your girl Z. I'm back again with another video. If you like my channel, be sure to subscribe down below. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment now, leave a comment during the video, leave a comment after the video. I don't give a damn, long as you leave a comment. Make sure you turn on those post notification bells so you never miss when I post. I'm here every Tuesday. But yeah, y'all, this gonna be part 2 of the story time. Our roommates from hell, my roommates from hell, roommates from hell, something like that. But make sure y'all check out part 1. It's not labeled part 1, but it's literally the video before this video. And yeah, I just want to thank everybody who has supported me thus far, who, you know, like my video, comment, interacted, share. I appreciate all of y'all support. Let's get into the story time, y'all. So if you grown like me, get your grown folks juice and let's go, y'all. Drinking the same thing every time I get on camera. I really do. I be drinking the same thing. So when I left off the last story time, y'all, I was waiting. I was sitting on that couch. I was waiting for him to come home. Because like I said, ain't no way in hell that they thought all of that was just gonna slide like that. So we're sitting on the couch and we're just waiting for him to come home. So y'all, an hour or two passed and I'm like, ooh, you know, mind you, it was already late. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I call him again. They don't answer the phone. But I think they may have been like out of minutes or whatever on their phone. I go to bed. Next day, we get up, we go to work, we come home and all that. Y'all, they still not there. So I'm like, so they didn't come home last night and they not here. So we're going about our day. It's the end of the night now. So I think me and my husband, we went outside. We went for a walk. So as we're coming back from our walk, guess who we run into getting ready to walking towards the house? Tiffany and Jason. So I guess Tiffany and Jason, well, of course, they don't know, like, you know, that we know all this stuff. They thinking shit sweet. So do y'all know what Tiffany and Jason got the nerve to tell us? So we didn't even have to ask. They're like, oh my God, hey y'all would never guess what happened to us. We would never guess because y'all ass 9 times out of 10 y'all ass is lying. That's why we would never guess, because y'all just be telling all these lies. But whatever, y'all. So we just let them talk or whatever, because we was gonna handle it once we got in the house, you know. So we just let them talk. Jason goes,
I went to jail last night. So we was at our friend party. We had this little party. It was a barbecue. The cops pulled up trying to shut it down. I told them cops, they man, get the fuck out my face. Y'all ain't shutting down shit. We partying all night long. And they getting in my face, so I'm getting in their face. Man, I had stole off one of their ass. I stole off them. They took me to jail. I'm just getting out of jail.
Tiffany, and guess who they was with, y'all? Street pharmacist. Exactly. So Tiffany and street pharmacists, they just picked me up. We just got home. So y'all, any other time when they be telling these crazy lies, which it's gonna be definitely gonna be more story times about them, just of the crazy lies and shit that they used to tell us. But I just wasn't in the mood. So it's like, usually I just let y'all tell a lie. I don't give a fuck. But this time I wasn't in the mood. So I was like, oh, okay, well, where were you, Tiffany? Because you didn't come home either last night. So Tiffany's like, I was up on, I was trying to figure out how we was going to get him out of jail and all that. And I'm like, okay. Now, mind y'all, I don't know if they thought we was boo-boo, the goddamn fool. That my boyfriend, like, do they think we fucking stupid? Like, nobody's getting out of jail, like, on a weekend like this. So I think maybe it was like a Saturday when they had left and then they come home Sunday and they was with street pharmacists. So I'm not gonna lie, in the back of my head, y'all know what I was thinking. I was thinking, no, y'all stayed out all night with street pharmacists and y'all did fucking drugs. Because you know me, I was heavy on that. I think Jason is on drugs. Walking to the house or whatever. And I guess they think shit cool because, you know, we just listened to their foo-foo ass story. So they think shit cool. We go in the house. Jason and Tiffany get ready to go in their room. And I'm like, bring that ass back here. So I start to ask Jason and Tiffany. I start to tell them, I'm like, we got stuff missing from our room. And my boyfriend like, yo, shit missing or whatever. Like, did y'all go in there and take our stuff? It was like, no, we wouldn't do that. We would never go in y'all room. We never even go on inside the house. We never go in y'all room. We don't even, half the time when y'all not here, we don't even come out the room. I wanted so badly to say, like, bitch, yes the fuck y'all did. I literally went to y'all room and seen our shit. But I really didn't want to tell them that I went in their room, because it's just like, how you gonna get mad because we went in your room and then you went in our room? Because y'all, what if they really didn't steal my stuff? Like, I used to have people over and stuff, you know. So what if somebody else, so what if they did steal my stuff? So I really didn't want to say when drum. So I'm like, okay, well, the microwave plate. What the microwave plate? And I'm like, yeah, where's the microwave plate? And they was like, oh, yeah, sorry. So they scramble off in the room, come back with our damn microwave plate. And I'm like, And so then, y'all, at this point, because I was so mad about our stuff, and I know they had stole our stuff, but I couldn't say anything, was really picking, because I really wanted to say something about our stuff, but I couldn't, because I did go in their room, and I know I shouldn't have, you know, been in their room, even though our shit was in there. So I was like, yeah, like, y'all dirty. Like, y'all always being dirty. I don't like that. My boyfriend, he's like, yeah, y'all is dirty. Like, you know, we just picking whatever. So, do y'all know Jason ass flipped the script on Tiffany ass and looked at us and said, yeah, man. Now, mind y'all, he was really directing his comments to my boyfriend. He was like, yo, man, I get what y'all saying, but shit, we all work. This man looked Tiffany in her eyes and said, what you be doing while we at work? And Tiffany was like, what? Like, he was like, no. What you be doing while we at work? Because we all work. And then, y'all, mind y'all, he had bliss, so they made it like 10 times funnier. And, y'all, I was just standing there just in shock that this man would literally just flip it on her about the house being there. He was like, Thea, the cook. Me and Vanny be at work to Thea. Even sometimes I cook. So, what do be doing? I feel like he could be cleaning up, y'all. What y'all think? Y'all, when I tell y'all this man just gave no fucks. He literally told this fucking girl, what you be doing while we be at work? I feel like you the one should be cleaning up. So, y'all, at this point, I'm just shocked. So, I turn around from them, and I just go in the room. We just go in the room, because I'm like, this fucking man, like, why would he do something like that? But he wasn't wrong. He was not wrong. But it was just like, I just was shocked that he would do that to her like that. Like, what the fuck? Y'all, the next day come or whatever. So Tiffany, she cooks, I guess, to apologize to us. Y'all never forget what she cooked. She cooked some damn fried pork chop. That shit was burnt. And she cooked some, and then it was the real thin ones too, so that was definitely nasty as hell. She cooked some burnt ass fried pork chop. She cooked some rice and some black beans. And that was her apology meal. And so, you know, we came out, we had the meal. And, you know, they still apologizing or whatever. Mind you, they was apologizing about the microwave plate and not being tidy. When really, I know that they knew that we knew that they had our shit. Because, like, they was just going overboard with the apology. So in the back of our head, we getting the fuck up out of here. Like, we don't give a damn. We getting the fuck up out of here. We had already talked to our landlord and told him, like, hey, you know, more than likely we're going to be breaking this lease, because we was doing month to month. But mind you, we stayed there the whole month of July. This is probably like the first week of August, and we already done paid the deposit and everything for our new apartment and everything. But we was waiting in our new apartment. They was installing like new hardwood floors, and we was just basically waiting on them to finish that. So we had talked to our landlord or whatever, and we knew we was gonna move like in maybe the second or third week of August, but we wasn't sure. So, you know, we was trying to figure out like what we was gonna do about that. We talked to him about that, and we ended up paying like a little penalty fee, but it was good though, because, you know, it wasn't no bad mark on our credit or whatever. And, you know, it wasn't nothing negative against us. He just made us pay like a penalty, which was fine with me. Anything to get the fuck away from them. So, you know, we really kind of not let it slide, but let it slide. If I could go back, I really would have slid they ass. Let's say another day passed or whatever. Tiffany comes and she knocks on the door. Mind y'all, my boyfriend nor her boyfriend is there. She comes and she knock on the door. So I'm like, who is it? Even though I knew it was her, y'all, I was just being petty. So I'm like, who is it? And she was like, oh, it's Tiffany. So I'm like, okay, come in. So she comes in and she's still standing by the door. And she's like, oh, can I talk to you? She was like, I really just need someone to talk to. And I know you're probably still very upset at me, but I just really need someone to talk to. So y'all know me. Y'all already know. As I told y'all in previous story time, you know me. I'm down for a little mess. You know, I'm down to hear the drama or whatever. And I could tell it was something. So, you know, y'all know how it was. Y'all know how it was. You know, I used to be, y'all, when I tell y'all, I really, like, looking back, I really used to be messy. Messy, even if, like, somebody used to do something to me or irritate me or I really didn't like them, I would pretend just to hear the mess. Nowadays, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Get away from around me. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't give a damn. She tells me, she sits down and she tells me and shows me a video of Jason bumping somebody else, y'all. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm asking her, I'm like, what's the date on it or what? And the date that it was saved in the phone was while they were together. But I did tell her that doesn't mean that it happened then. But then again, why the hell would you save it? She's like, my job. Remember I told y'all they shared a phone, but she ended up like going through his stuff and finding like another phone or something that he had. I don't know like who phone it was that they shared. I'm assuming it was hers now since she went through his stuff and found this other phone. Crying at this point, she's like, she don't know what to do. What should she do? Like, you know, at this point she don't want to go back home, but it's like if he's cheating on her and he's then bumping a dump somebody else, like, you know, she want to pack her stuff and go home, but she doesn't want to leave here because, you know, this is what she want to be. So I was like, well, you know, if you don't want to leave here, don't let him allow you to leave or whatever. You know, you may just have to stick it out and whatever. You know, I was like, well, first you need to get a job and all that. I was like, but if you want to stick it out, definitely stick it out. I was like, but before you go through any of that, you making any drastic changes, like ask him about it. And she was like, so I should confront him? And I'm like, and she was basically asking me, what should I do? And I was like, honestly, I don't know, because I don't even want to put myself in a situation to say what I would do. I don't know what I would do, but I know I feel like you should go confront him. And so she was like, okay, well, I'm gonna confront him when he gets home, whatever. So, you know, y'all, I console her ass or whatever. I console her, y'all. I console her. Time for Jason to get home. Jason does indeed come home. And when he comes home, he goes in the room. Tiffany goes in the room. About literally like 5 minutes after them being in the room, I start to hear something. I don't hear exactly, but I hear that they're arguing. Y'all, so Jason comes storming out the room. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I went in the kitchen to act like I was in the kitchen doing something. I wasn't doing anything, and my boyfriend did as well because we just nosy fucks. So Jason comes storming out the room. And he was like, I done told you. It's I don't give a fuck. Like, if you don't believe me, I don't give a fuck. I'm not finna try to convince you. So Tiffany, you know, she's storming out. And she was like, no, it's not. Oh, tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth. And he was like, bitch, I done told the truth. He was like, but you know what? I'm not finna keep telling you the same thing. Oh, well, if it did happen, then what? Y'all, at this point, Tiffany starts losing her shit. Tiffany's voice goes deep. She's like, what do you mean? Like, y'all, Tiffany's voice goes deep. She's losing her shit. So they're just going back and forth, going back and forth. And so Jason basically, he was like, you know, fuck this shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm finna pack my shit. I'm finna leave. And so Tiffany was like, really? Really? You're gonna leave? You're just gonna pack your shit and leave? It's how I know you did. It's how I know you did. You know what? I don't give a fuck. Leave, go. So Jason literally had went in the room and got his suitcase. I don't know if he had already packed it in the room or was it even something in the suitcase. Like, Jason was dramatic. Y'all probably wouldn't even shit in that suitcase. So, y'all, he was literally going towards the door. Y'all, he literally stopped, turned around, and he was like, you know what, bitch? My job, remember I told y'all Jason had that list. He was like, you know what, bitch? I'm not leaving. You are. He was like, why should I leave? I done moved here. He was like, I moved here for a better life. I'm not leaving, bitch. You're leaving. You get your shit and leave. And she was like, really? You're going to kick me out? You're just going to kick me out? And she was like, I'm not going nowhere. And so Jason was like, yeah, bitch, you are leaving. You are going somewhere. And then at this point, she was like, stop calling me a bitch. You're going to call me a bitch in front of everyone? You're just going to call me a bitch in front of everyone? And he's like, shut up, bitch. Like, he just keeps saying it because that's really upsetting her that he's calling her a bitch. And I guess, you know, in front of us. So he just keeps saying it. So I guess that really pushes her. And she's like, you know what? I am going to leave. I'm going to get my stuff and leave. And he was like, you ain't going nowhere, bitch. You don't got no job. You don't got no money. You don't got fit. You ain't going nowhere, bitch. And so I'm like, oh my God. So at this point, I'm not going to lie. I could see her feelings was really hurt. And looking back, I shouldn't have stepped into it. But, you know, we was 19. We was young. So me and my boyfriend, we do intervene a little bit. And I'm like, hey, just calm down. I was like, think things over. I was like, if you want to go for a drive, me and you can go for a drive, because I ain't gonna lie, I never wanted anyone to get hurt or anything, and I really didn't want to see her feelings hurt regardless of how I like feel about little shit she did, you know. So I was like, hey, you know, if you want to go for a ride, anything, man, you can do that. And then my boyfriend was trying to talk to Jason or whatever, just to calm things down. So then I don't know what the fuck Jason thought this was, but Jason turns to my man and tell him, you know what? Fuck them. We don't need them. So at this point, I get riled up before my boyfriend can even respond. I keep talking about like fuck us. I was like, I don't got shit to do with this. Like, I'm just trying to make sure that y'all don't get in no fight and your ass don't go back to jail. Because, you know, Jason had told us like he went to jail or whatever. And he told us for what, but I'm not going to, you know, put that out there or whatever. So I was my boyfriend, he was interviewing. He was like, yo, this don't got shit to do with us. Like, hell no, I ain't leaving my woman. Like, what you talking about? And then Jason, he was like, really didn't get so mad at things. He was one of them people where he can turn on and off his mad, because even like that screaming, hollering and all that with Tiffany, he was like, oh yeah, he was like, yeah, you right, you right, you right, you do got a good woman, you do got a good woman. He was like, you know what, Z, I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm sorry, I just be having to talk like Jason. He was like, you know what, Z, I'm sorry, you be cooking and clean, you do everything. I don't know why I even said that. I don't know why I said that. Was like, he was like, but that bitch, she don't do shit. She don't cook, clean, nothing. He was like, so, you know, at this point, Tiffany is just getting madder and madder and madder. Now, mind y'all, she's been like, you know, a little quiet through this while we was going back and forth. But Tiffany's getting madder and madder and madder. So then Tiffany was like, she was like, you know what? I know things everybody else don't know, and you're going to jail, y'all. When I tell you that put a little fear in his heart when she said that, y'all, Jason says, I don't know what the fuck possessed him to do this, but Jason has sped walk over there to the fucking breaker box and turned off the lights. And he was like, argue in the dark, bitch. So at this point, me and my boyfriend wasn't playing with that ass no more. We was like, hell no, y'all need to turn on them fucking lights. Like, y'all need to cut this shit out. Like, no, So, y'all, so Jason turns back on the lights, which it takes him a while. But me and my boyfriend like, you know what? We finna go. We finna take a ride or whatever. So, me and my boyfriend, we do just that. When we come home, they in their room, everything died down or whatever. We'll assume they was in their room, which they were, but we didn't give a damn. We came back home. I finished cooking, which I really did have to start cooking when I came in there to be nosy. I finished cooking. We went to bed, y'all. Let's just say a few days passed. I'm not sure like how far away from this argument it was, but it wasn't that far. It definitely wasn't a week, but like, let's say like 2-3 days, 1-2 days passed or whatever. Me and my boyfriend in the room in the bed, we hear boom, 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 like sound like the police is at our door. So we jump up, we scrambling to like put on clothes or whatever. So by the time we make it out the room, it's our landlord, and he's walking in the house at this point, and he's putting a note on the refrigerator, and he was like, good morning to us. It wasn't in a rude way, it was just like good morning, and he left out. So we like, what the fuck? So, you know, we go over there and we look on the door. Y'all, why is it an eviction notice for Tiffany and Jason? Mind y'all, this eviction notice wasn't 30 days. This eviction notice was like, you got like a week left, or maybe even less than a week. But so that just goes to show they had already got an eviction notice, because, you know, you got to give them 30 days to evict. So this was like a final notice. Like, we've already gave you a notice. Like, you know, you need to be out by this chance. Or maybe they 30 days was up and he was giving them more. But like, y'all, I want to say it was a week, but I really think that damn notice was like 3 days. So, y'all know us. Y'all know us. Ready for some mess. Ready to see freaking Jason and Tiffany reaction. Now, mind y'all, I already know, like, maybe people can be like, oh, that's mean to y'all, want to see their reaction. Y'all, when I tell y'all Jason had this I don't give a fuck attitude, we just wanted to see how he was going to react to it. So we go over there, we knock on the door, and we like, oh my God, y'all, landlord just came storming in. He put a note on the refrigerator. So y'all, they go look at the refrigerator, and Jason snatched that shit down. He's like, man, I don't give a fuck about this. He balls it up and he throws it. And then I'm like, y'all not gonna get out? And he was like, no, I don't give a fuck. He was like, unless he come and make us get out. And he was like, matter of fact, that was him banging on that door like that. That was him doing all that. You know what? Man, I'm finna go over there and I'm finna say something to him. Mind y'all, our landlord lived close to us. Like our I keep saying landlord, but our property, like the property manager, he lived on property. So Jason was like, you know what, I'm finna go say something to him. And we was like, for real? We was like, well, we'll go with you. Y'all, we so messy. So y'all, we walk over there to the property manager apartment. And so we thinking like, oh, Jason finna snap on him. Jason finna snap on him. So Jason knocks on the door. Property manager comes to the door. And so Jason was like, oh yeah, I seen the letter that you left on our door. Like, damn, we got to get out there soon. And the property manager, he was basically like, refer back to a letter, and he closed the door. Y'all, why Jason gonna walk off and then was like, man, I swear, I would beat his ass, I'll beat his ass, knock his ass out. He better be like, I want to go to jail. And I'm just like, we came over here for that. We thought you was gonna like cuss his ass out, go off on him or something. We came down here for that. Time wasted. But that's what we get for always being messy. That's what we get for being messy. It's later on that night. We in the room. Me and my boyfriend in the room. But we had the door open in the room. So Jason comes to the door or whatever. And y'all, Jason comes to the door and he does like, you know, like a little knock on the door. So we direct our attention to him. And when I tell y'all, this was, I don't know why this was so funny to us, but literally me and my boyfriend, we still do this to this day. Like, we'll just come somewhere, knock on the door, and then we do what Jason did. Jason came to the door, and he was like, hey guys, my mom said. Y'all had to be there to see that. But I tell y'all, Jason was hyped. Jason was like, hey guys, my mom said. And he was basically coming there and tell us, he was like, y'all, my mom said that because of COVID, like they not kicking nobody out. So we really don't gotta leave or whatever. He was like, they not even kicking people out until like, I think he said it was December. I don't know. But basically he was like, shit, if y'all paying rent, y'all really should stop paying because they can't even kick us out anyway. Like, they can't do nothing. My mom was just telling me about this happened because of COVID and all that. And so Jason was like, hell yeah, if I was y'all, I really wouldn't even pay no bills. And then we just like, oh, okay. Okay. Like, why are you trying to convince us not to pay bills? So, y'all, at this point, I think maybe this is the week that we're moving out at this point. So we're into the week that we're moving out. So of course, you know, we start packing our stuff and all of that. Y'all, we ain't had that much shit. Like, we literally had clothes, we had some dishes and a damn lamp. And then, you know, like our room basics. So we began to, you know, pack up our stuff or whatever. So Tiffany and Jason come to us and like, hey, like, where are you guys going? And we was like, oh yeah, like, we found a different apartment. It was like, we're moving out because yeah, we made up some lie about why we moving out. I don't know why we made up that lie. We could have just told them, like, y'all dirty as fuck, y'all nasty, we don't like y'all.
Y'all, I was being so mean here, but to clarify, it wasn't that we just didn't like them. It was just all the freaking bad habits we couldn't deal with. And I honestly believe if they had God in their life and they pray really hard, things could get better for them because they're just not absolute horrible people. And the things that they stole from us, looking back, they were just trying to survive.
But yeah, y'all, we just had lies to them. We told them we was moving out. We was like, cause maintenance over here is so bad, because it was bad now, y'all. Our toilet in our bathroom used to leak so freaking bad. Little issues, whatever, they take forever to fix or just didn't fix. And we was only there, like I said, the month of July and then like 2 weeks in August. So we just tell them that, and they was like, dang. And so then, y'all, they leave, and they probably come back like an hour later, and they was like, so Jason was like, so me and Tiffany we were thinking and we was talking, maybe like we could all move in together. Like, you know, y'all can add us to the lease, add one of us to the lease, and we could all move in together and split the bills. Like, that'd just be a good idea. And we was like, oh yeah, sorry. Like, you know, we already got a 1-bedroom. And they was like, oh yeah, maybe you guys could just go talk to them and get a 2-bedroom. Y'all don't want to pay y'all half of the bills here, and y'all told us y'all wasn't going to pay because of COVID, but y'all want to come with us somewhere else and pay half the bills there? Absolutely the fuck not. And I don't know what was going on in our deranged mind, but y'all, I had asked my boyfriend after they left, I was like, what you think about that though? Y'all, when I tell y'all my boyfriend looked at me like I was the silliest bitch in the world and was like, hell no. Like, girl, we're literally leaving because of them. Like, are you mentally unstable? a little, but you know. And y'all, I don't know what was wrong with me. Like, I literally was so delusional and ditzy. And to be so smart back then, I was just delusional and ditzy, low-key. Not even low-key. Kind of low-key. Other people didn't pick up on my delusion and ditzy. So I guess that's good, but I always did. After the fact, of course. This was maybe 3-4 days for move-in. So our move-in day finally comes, and our move-in day was August the 14th. Mind y'all, I said we moved to Georgia July the 2nd, and by August the 14th, so a month and a half, we were getting our own place. Yay! So we ended up moving into our own apartment, and you know, once we was moving and everything, we were so freaking happy, y'all. Oh my god, like, I'm gonna insert some pictures of us like the first day we moved in our apartment. I'm gonna put some pictures. We were so freaking happy, y'all. Like, I'm still so proud of us. I love my man. Sometime of us staying there with Tiffany and Jason on that month and a half, a neighbor was moving out, and they had asked us, did we want this recliner chair? It was like a recliner chair. That hoe used to spin, lay back, massage. Hell yeah, we wanted it. He was like, he wasn't, you know, he just didn't want to take it with him, and he was moving into a smaller space. So we ended up taking that chair. But when we was moving our stuff and all of that, we literally used our card to move because we didn't need a U-Haul. But we was like, we was gonna come back and ask our friend to borrow his truck to move the recliner. So we had asked, was it okay with Jason and Tiffany? You know, if y'all, we just leave our chair here. But you know, we had already turned in our keys and everything, so we was pretty much done with the apartment. So Jason and Tiffany, they was like, you know, okay, that's fine. And when I tell y'all too, y'all, the day we moved out, Jason and Tiffany was so motherfucking mad. As we were moving out all our stuff and all that, Jason and Tiffany, we seen Jason and Tiffany walk into the store, and we was like, hey y'all, like, we was leaving. We was like, hey, y'all want to ride? And they was like, nah, we good. Oh, my bad. My bad, y'all. When I tell y'all, them last few days after we had that conversation when they asked to move in with us and we told them no, they was so motherfucking mad at us, y'all. They was so mad. They had attitude out this world, and they was just irritated with us. So, you know, we was already moving our stuff or whatever. A week later, we get our friend, we get his truck, and we going to pick up our little recliner chair. So we calling Jason and Tiffany. Like I said, they had that mini phone, so it wasn't picking up. But we knew where Jason and Tiffany had kept a key. So we get the key, and we was going there just to get our chair. When I tell y'all, when we walked up in there, mind y'all, it was only a week later. When we walked up in there, the place was completely trashed. When I say trash, I mean fucking trash, y'all. It was a fucking mess. And then we even went over there. So we're in and we're looking for our chair. We don't see our chair. So we go into over there by our old room. Y'all, why they didn't freaking kick the door off the hinges over there? I guess trying to go in there and see if we left anything. Y'all, when I tell y'all I was trashed up in there. So then we like, but still like, where our chair at? So we go into their room.
Their room was disgusting as well, but I'm not going to show their room simply because I don't want to violate anyone's privacy. So, of course, I only included the common areas in here.
When I tell y'all, it was so fucking nasty in there. It was nasty as hell up in there. And yeah, y'all, that's pretty much the end of the story of our roommates from hell. But when I tell y'all, it's so many stories that I could tell about them, and I'm probably gonna tell them later on in the future, but it's not gonna be like a part 3 or nothing like that. It's just gonna be like another story time of what happened with them and stuff like that, like during that month and a half we stayed there. Y'all, it was crazy. But if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. Make sure you give this video big thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Turn on the post notification bells. And make sure y'all check out them other videos. Check out my previous video. I'm gonna leave that other video linked here at the end. Make sure y'all check that out. But thank y'all.